for, and just so you have a strong understanding of what Marge needs to be doing, and just so you don't kind of feel too lost, because it's been a while since we've done this, and you've never done it alone, I don't think, because you've had Lazarus guiding you the previous time with Dirge. This time round, you won't have that guidance, so I'll be kind of feeding you a little bit some stuff, just so you kind of have a strong understanding of the ritual works.
Marge would understand it better than I out of character do.
Exactly, which is why I'm here to support you and make sure that you have a good understanding of it. Because I don't want to leave you high and dry and kind of confused. So I'll just be there locking in with you. We're locking the fuck in. I'm gonna go take a nap now. Anyway, sorry, that was a echolalia moment. So after that's done and then ritual actually starts, all the focus will go to Riel. At that point, how you respond to the images I give you is up to you. The characters outside you can also respond to it, but I'm going to keep talking regardless of what. I'd rather I wasn't interrupted too much, but I understand if you kind of feel like a character would maybe like put their hands on her shoulder or something or other, but she will be gone. She won't feel anything of that you do to her. She won't hear anything you're saying. Not gone, quote unquote. She's still present, just not presently cognizant of what's around her, because she'll just be in her mind. Other than that, you two enjoy the ride, and enjoy the...
You can't see it, but I'm giving you a thumbs up.
Yeah. Enjoy the marginal suffering that that Riel be put through during this. It's quite long, the script I have for this, and the plans of it. So it will just be a lot of me talking, and a lot of me bouncing back and forth between
Man,
me
you're really
and Riel.
putting that degree to work. Jeez.
Yeah, I've been creatively locked up for a while. Got to come back with a bang.
I'm ready for just watching this happen.
If you watch my stream back, you'll see my whole script.
Everything you do. I'm just excited to hear your brain do things.
I love doing Wist rituals. They're really fun. I like encouraging character reflections. Anyway, back to the role. Is there anything else I need to note? Oh, safe word. Safe word is penguins. If anyone needs that. It's mostly for Foxy. Foxy, but you two can use it if you really want to. I don't see why you would need to, but just if you do need it, it's there. Because things will be a bit uncomfortable, potentially. The images might be a little bit unpleasant, but there is no outrageously horrific stuff. There's one horrific thing, and that is there is a spattering of blood moment, basically, where you're kind of choking on your blood. That's the main kind of content warning that I would kind of maybe swing. But besides that,
if you want good background music, I just put a song in as DMCA safe in RP voice text. Just put that on.
I'll have to download it and slap it into OBS.
The dreams begin. Yeah. It would be class.
Right, let me see this.
Actually, I wonder. Hang on, there might be one that's better.
Yeah, let me have a look at.
Damn it! I want to loop it. Thank you.
If you have a better Cult of Sim Book of Hours one, because that's specifically the games that inspired.
Yeah, this is the music from the game that inspired. I'd say Stick with Dreams Begin, because it's fairly low vibe and isn't too intensive. Yeah, Stick with Dreams Begin. I can't think of anything off the top of my head with Book of Hours, and Book of Hours tends to be fairly jolly compared to others. But sorry, back to it. Are we all settled?
I'm ready.
Any questions, concerns, queries before we begin?
I'm always queer-y.
Okay.
Alright, hold on, let me... And that...
I imagine Marge isn't going to see anything different, but she is starting to be able to see some things if they're noticeable in other planes, but most of it's white noise.
You won't
but
see
this is more internal with
here.
her, so I imagine nothing's going to show up, but she feels more spiritually connected if she can if she has her eyes uncovered by the goggles. It's a
So, small thing. Who I'm talking to, I might do this. So if I'm talking to you, you'll see this whole kind of whisper things coming around.
That's
you.
very nice, actually. That would help a lot.
Yeah, if you see them around you and you hear my voice in front of you, presume that I'm talking to you. And it also means you can't, obviously my voice doesn't actually exist in this world. But besides that, that also just prevents the DM fog from being too confusing. Because I think it's a bit too dark in the map right now. I might play with that.
Yeah,
we'll
it's a
see.
bones map.
But yeah,
ideally,
it's not Bones'
I
fault.
am gonna make a magic base eventually. I just haven't made it yet, so that'll probably be what gets used in the future.
So
once I make it.
let's corral. Are we ready to go?
Remove your sticker.
Yeah, don't
Remove your
worry.
sticker.
I would have moved it as soon as we had cards up.
Yeah. Marge probably would have gotten snacks, make sure you were fed, got some tea, settled any nerves ahead of time.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
In that case, you can feel free to idle chatter for a little bit if you'd like to. Whenever you're ready, Marge, you'll start the process. But when you are starting the process, I'll come in and help you. Cards up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. So, any final questions, concerns?
Will this give me any kind of mana drain or anything?
Nope, it does not touch mana. This is something completely separate from mana.
All right.
You might feel drained. It is tapping into your soul. But it's not going to touch your mana. It's not psionics. It's something much more deep than that. It's difficult to describe, but it doesn't use any of those energies.
All right. Okay.
And if at any point you want to stop
for you?
Violent. But that's more because it was me rather than the ritual. You know, bringing up old memories is like for me.
All right.
If anything bad happens, I'm right here.
And you can stop anytime. Just basically open your eyes, say, I'm done. There's no dispel needed. There's no crazy thing we need to stop. You can back out whenever you need. It's more similar to a form of meditation than a big flashy ritual. That's why we don't need a spell circle or anything.
Okay. But I want to see this through. I'd like to remember at least something.
You're not weak if you give up.
Well, so far results have been well.
What you have now is great, isn't it?
Of course it is. It's great.
Then only do as much as you're willing. Don't hurt yourself.
Now, did you think of the memory I mentioned?
I did. I don't know if it'll work, but I mean, when things kind of clicked, yeah.
So we'll be tapping into a part of your soul called Wist. This is the part of the soul associated with memory, remembering, recalling. Even if the mind forgets, the soul remembers. That's why tapping into it can sometimes bring back memories for people that have amnesia. It's not this magic cure-all. It won't fix you completely, but it may give you leads. It may help you connect with something.
Okay.
So,
I trust you.
are you ready?
As I'll ever be.
All right.
Marge, this memory needs to be an anchor. Something she can attach to. A memory of revelation, of clarity, as to awaken those memories. To monkey bar and swing deeper into her mind.
I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath. I want you to focus on that memory. I want you to go to it. Try and bring it forth as clearly as you can. Feel the recollection, the significance, why this memory is meaningful to you. Now, I want you to take one of your hands to the side of your head and act as if you are plucking a string from the side of your head. And this string, I want you to imagine as if you're taking this memory and there is a string as a representation of it. I want you to envision this thread that you are removing as clearly as you can. And take your other arm, and I want you to wind the string around your forearm. Tightly. Have a good grasp on this memory, as vividly as you can.
It's strange, Riel, as you imagine this string wrapping around your arm. Despite it being synthetic, it feels real.
Now, I want you to go back, think about your past. Think about questions you've had, bits and pieces that you may have recalled, something that feels familiar, moments of what feels like recollection. And I want you to dive into those feelings as deep as you can. And use the thread on your hand as if you are slowly pushing through. Using one memory, its recollection, its feeling, and trying to tap into another.
Riel, you pull along this thread, dragging yourself through your mind, as if wading through a storm, a fog. But your memory is one of clarity, vivid and clear, tethered to the surface of your mind. What did you choose?
The first time I saw wings, I felt fear. I didn't know why. Why was I afraid? I don't remember anything. Why was I afraid?
Good. Let that memory be your anchor. Feel its coldness, its sharpness, as it holds you steady. Feel yourself descending, like slipping beneath the surface of a vast ocean. Riel, the currents draw you deeper, towards something colder, darker. But just below your feet, you sink towards a blue light there too. Do you allow yourself to keep falling?
Yes.
As you sink, your feet fail to hit any kind of floor, as you are suspended in space. It is in that moment, too, that color spills into your eyes, and you find yourself in a void of blue, a prison of prismatic glass, suffocating and infinite. No sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, just sight. As the colors of the outside world occasionally pass, muted and distorted through a crystalline barrier. You feel your essence scatter, your thoughts splintering into whispers. In this place, time feels endless, each second grinding against your very being, as you are teased relentlessly by a promise of color, only for it to fade as if the day had passed and the night came in to wane. What do you do here? Do you resist? Do you try and smash those walls? Do you scream? What do you do?
Call out for help. Please, help me. Please.
You remember this now. Just your voice flashing against the glass and going nowhere. You're not even sure the sound even existed to begin with. You're not even sure you had a mouth at all. But then, a light teasing ahead, as the glass seems to crack. What do you do?
Rush towards it, please. Please let me out.
A run, a dash, if you could even call it that. You brace towards the glass and smash. And then you are elsewhere. The glass shatters. And the void is replaced by a blinding sunlight. A gorgeous summer's day. As you stand upon a stone foundation, surrounded by ancient gnarled trees. The foundation itself is smooth, made of rounded stones, layered with earth and moss, as if the whole open-air structure was sprung from the land itself. In places, wooden structures sit to the side, small huts of birch bark and reeds, held up by carved wooden pillars adorned with swirling patterns and pictures of animals and spirits amidst the cycle of nature itself. And you find yourself standing in the heart of it all, upon a stone altar smoothed by centuries of use. Upon it, offerings, bundled herbs, feathers, and carved totems, all tied with strips of leather and sinew. Dream catchers, wind chimes, made from threaded spider silk and fragments of bone and shell, tinkling in the soft breeze. Around her are tall totems adorned with nature. Bear, eagle, serpent, and fish, all finely carved and decorated with bold paints and shimmering stones. The air is alive with the surrounding sounds of rustling leaves and the distant calls of birds, the scent of fresh pine, and the faint tang of burning sage. It's beautiful in that moment, but it doesn't last. As the sound of the wind changes, as the smell of fire begins to kiss your nostrils, followed by sudden, distant screams filling the air. Your hands grip a staff as your heart begins to pound with fear and resolve. You see them coming, fallen ones, figured, cloaked in shadow. But at their forefront, a radiance freezes you in place. A woman, tall, beautiful, and terrible, with long golden hair glowing like sunfire against the darkness of their blackened eyes. In their hand, a halberd 3 times your height, its edge gleaming with unnatural light, their feathered black wings unfurled, blocking the sun, casting a shadow upon you. They don't speak as they approach, but their weapon is brandished, and their eyes scream with violent intent. Do you remember what you did?
I reach for the tortoise shell with the waters. I splash it across the totems behind me, trying to release as many of the spirits as I can so they can get away.
Courageous, noble. But this woman sees no valor in your actions. And as you desperately try to release those spirits, her halberd makes one swing and strikes true, cleaving through your pitiful body with almighty force. Your staff is split in 2, and so are you. Pain overtakes you for a moment as your lungs flood with blood. You're sent to the ground, sputtering red from your mouth and nose. Unable to breathe, you choke, stuck listening to the sounds of screams and fire and flame consuming everything you held dear. First to go is light as your eyes forcefully close. Then touch as the ground beneath you seems to fall. Then taste as the blood in your mouth transitions from metal to warmth, and then nothing. And then finally, after what feels like so long, silence, a sound dissipates into nothing. And then all that's left is blackness. Blackness for a moment. You died. You died. However, the blackness doesn't last long, as whiteness spills in suddenly from nowhere. Clouds form beneath your feet, and golden gates appear before you, barred and glimmering with promise, beauty, and hope. Is this heaven? Such soothing, peaceful light. Yet, it doesn't take long before something feels wrong. You're so tall. Why are you tall? And this light, you know this light soothed you once before. But in just moments you feel a pain grow, as now it sears the inside of your skull, as this beautiful sight turns to become a reminder of what you have lost. Voices of nonsense echo, condemning you for sins unforgivable. Feelings stir within your very soul. Jealousy, anger, rebellion, a rage against pitiful mortals who so often blaspheme yet are so easily forgiven by God. So why not you? Why not you? A flash of moments as you cry towards the golden gates before being tossed from the clouds, and you fall. You fall so far. And as you do, you clutch something so tight. The weight of a large weapon in your arms, its edge still stained from your last battle. The anger surges. A pain of betrayal eats at your heart, your soul. Even as you tumble through the air, wind ripping through your hair, it feels like you're drowning in a sea of fire. What do you do?
I try to fly.
Your wings unfurl and spread desperately as you tumble. But it is at that moment that from the skies you see the water below. It's too late, and you plummet into it, crashing and sending a tidal wave in all directions. Yet, rather than surfacing, you keep sinking. Deeper, deeper, and deeper. Then, finally the visions begin to blur, overlapping like ripples on a pond. Riel, your mind feels faint, exhausted. You feel yourself slipping between the past and present, between who you are and who you were. But then a voice cuts through the chaos, muffled by the water in every direction. Your voice. It calls you back, drawing you upwards by the thread, pulling you deep from the depths of your mind. Finally, the surface grows nearer, a light piercing the darkness, and you are out.
Breathe. Breathe. You're safe. It was all memory. You are here.
was it?
Generally, silence means that it worked.
Did you find anything?
I found why I'm afraid. But I don't understand. I don't
You
understand.
don't have to know everything now. You have time to reflect.
I don't understand. I died. I died.
Hmm. A past life, maybe, then?
I don't understand.
Or some form of rebirth, reincarnation?
I saw the glass you saw. I finally saw the glass. I was trapped in something.
I always thought it looked like you were trapped in a necklace.
I was trapped in something, but there was a crack. After I don't know how long, I can't remember how long there was a crack and then sunlight. But then I don't understand. There was everything's out of order. It's all jumbled. And was I two people? I don't understand. I saw me, and then there was another, and she killed me. But then I was her. I don't understand. This doesn't make sense.
Hmm.
Mine didn't make sense. Only really made sense after a bit. And that was with a lot of fighting.
Sometimes it takes time to process. You don't have to have the answers right now.
Do you at least feel better?
I know something. I might be confused, but I saw something. Some of it had to be me, right?
It's a hint.
I
You
mean,
were given puzzle pieces. Now you just need to figure out how they fit.
I know something now, so thank you. I might be confused, but and now at least I know something, and it's not just all gone, blank and empty and like nothing. No, there's something. There's something.
And even if you don't figure it out, you're fine. Because there's this now. And this is what matters. So don't be upset if you can't figure it out.
I'll try. try. I'll try.
Thank you.
I'm glad to help.
Knew you were the right choice. As always.
Well, compared to many other possible methods, this is probably the least invasive.
Yeah. It always seems to work, though.
Even if
Did
corrupted.
it?
Gives us enough information.
You felt something. It won't give you the answers, but it'll give you steps. Pieces.
And mine didn't give me answers, it gave me a location. But that location had the answers.
There was an altar, but I don't know where it is.
We didn't know what we were looking for was. Well, actually, we did. I walked there. The mind forgets, but the body remembers. My feet knew the way.
Give it time.
Right. Thank you for, Thank you.
Who knows?
Really.
You're very welcome.
If you describe the altar to us, maybe we can try looking around for a site that matches it.
Totems and stone. It's fuzzy.
Totems, stone.
There was paintings, but on leathers and stone. And
What?
it looked like animal paintings, spirits. It's
So
fuzzy.
something that uses some form of spiritual representation of things. My first thought is something similar to Native American beliefs, but I don't think they used altars. Or something similar to
Sounds
Shinto or other
druidic.
Buddhist
Wait a second.
or Druids.
We could use interpreting what Riel has now, what Riel is like now, as
Do
references.
you mean the symbols?
No. What? I think we might be able to have some sort of clue.
Wait,
Well,
What is something about Riel that's quite different from everyone else?
the symbols,
Saphira.
they were... Yes.
that was there. It
Oh,
was.
there's your hint.
It was on one of the paintings.
We have a place, an
How did you
altar,
do that?
and a region.
Because I'm connecting to the spiritual realm.
If I remember correctly, I believe I
always
told
been
you
able
it
to do
was...
this?
No,
Was it Celtic, I said?
I only was able to do this once I helped to.
I'll have to double check my...
There was a spirit that needed to cross the veil. I assisted them, and then these started appearing.
I see.
Can I guess when?
Gaelic, sorry, I had to
Yes,
check my text
you
with
can.
you. They're Gaelic runes. So, likely looking for old
But
temple sites.
That's what I was about to get to. We can use what Riel has as a reference. What is different about Riel from everyone else around her in Saphira?
Pacifism?
I don't know.
I mean that, yes, but what thing about her physically? Don't say height. That doesn't seem to change, even though it should change and adapt to everything that's around her. What seeds very, very firmly planted?
Blue hair?
No. She can dye her hair. But she, in all her time in Saphira, still has a Scottish accent.
Fuck you.
Well, yes, that I already said Gaelic.
You're the worst.
Yes, Gail.
I
I
guess
came
one
to
of
the
the
conclusion
first-
that the place we're looking for is in Great Britain, probably. Already.
You are the worst.
What
well,
can I say? I love your
There's
accent.
probably we look for various altar temple locations, and if they have
mean,
them
we
on,
could
say, Google
try.
Maps.
I was about to say, there's quite a lot of old druidic sites in England and Scotland, isn't
Quite
there?
a few are likely, depending on how old the memory is, no longer those sites, but they may have some sort of
Are
history.
we about to go
We'd
on a
have to
visit?
see.
Are we about to go on a trip to Stonehenge?
We're about to. First, we
Jeez
are going to use the
Louise.
power of the internet. And then, if we happen to locate this one site, then that is an option.
Interesting.
Perhaps just seeing a picture of the site or learning about it might trigger more memories. But if not, you could visit it. It might be fun.
Feathers.
Do you have a... Oh, this is gonna sound weird. Do you have a heaven here?
Do you mean like the planar heaven, the religious belief in heaven,
Like
concept of
pearly
heaven?
gates, clouds, and everything.
Yeah, that's how some people describe it. It's supposed to be. I know I'm going to hell, so I haven't thought too hard on it.
I have no idea
That's
what's awaiting me
worrisome.
after this. Gonna be honest with you, I'm fucked.
Ideally, I just go into a slumber, the same state I remember as before I was born. The nothingness that neither bothered me nor worries me.
I'm worried what awaits me afterwards
been
is
told
I
I'm going
get
to
to
hell.
meet my dad.
But I saw me being cast down from heaven and into like a lake.
Well,
A lake.
that doesn't make sense because if you,
What did
based
the...
on your description,
That's what
and
I'm,
if it was
I'm
some form
saying.
of druidism, you weren't Catholic.
Listen. Okay, here's the... Okay, listen. There's, I saw me, right? But then I also saw me.
You had two
Tell
different
me.
perspectives. What?
Yes, I saw me. Then I saw me kill me, and then everything's out of order, and then I fell down.
Would your soul be somehow
And-
two souls together?
What if the first one was... No. What? Cast down from heaven. Wings. You said the lake. What did the outside of the crystal look like? It was
It was blue.
blue. Like being underwater.
Maybe. I don't know.
A temple near a lake. That's a good place to start.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
ancient
literally
Gaelic
got cast
temples
down
near
from
lakes.
heaven. Are you a fallen angel?
Please don't say that.
I can't believe it. You're the Loch
I
Ness
can't
monster.
be. No, I can no.
I'm sorry. I had to crack a joke somewhere.
Not an angel. Not an angel.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I don't understand. How can I have memories like this? It doesn't.
It's possible that you could have just gotten some form of Wist from a second soul attached to yours. Not something I really know anything about, but it is very possible you weren't the angel.
Or
Let's assume that, okay? Because that's really comforting. That wasn't me.
Neither of them are you now, are they?
Or what?
Neither of them are you now. Am I? You know what I'm going to say. I don't have to say it.
No, you're not. You're not.
So,
You're not.
if you are the worse option, you are not that anymore, are you?
No. No.
So, you are something better now.
Did you choose the name Riel?
The only name I could remember was Sariel. I assumed if I could remember one name, it would be mine. I didn't know how to spell it, so I just guessed.
Sariel. Zerwell?
What?
Zeuriel. The Angel of Thunder.
What?
God's wrath.
No, there's.
Gosh. Here. This. Here.
I know how to spell your name.
No, it's pictures of a scan that a doctor did a long time ago. They did this weird mumbo jumbo scan on my soul, on my manicore, and on like my DNA. And one of the things they found.
That's invasive.
Yes, it was. And it was really fucking weird. I found out I was 23 at the time, but weirdly, my body was brand new. Don't know how that works. Don't ask me.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time
You
that
can
one of us
see
person
on
in
the-
this room has received a scan and been
Been told you're 23.
On the scan, you can see lettering on my soul. And it spells out Sariel.
Sariel.
I haven't seen enough souls to know if that's normal.
I don't know.
Presumably not. Because my spell probably doesn't spell dirge now, does it? Or the...
Well, it might spell something else. But
I know what
know
it might
people that
spell,
can
I don't want to
probably-
think about that name. Okay? Sorry.
Soul normally looks like. I have people I can ask, but they generally people.
Oh. Bitrate's still fine. Okay. Yeah, my stream's still going. Interesting. Interesting VR chat.
No,
You
no,
know
no,
one
no.
that might, be able to help. I can trust you, but
That's what I'm thinking on. Just knowing what's normal. If it's normal to have a name engraved in the soul, then that's one thing. If it's not normal, then something happened to your soul. I mean, clearly something happened if you're a mix of two different souls together. That's not something that happens every day, as far as I'm aware. I'm no expert on that.
Riel, do you want me
I'm
to...
still very much new in this process.
Riel, do you want me to rip the band-aid off for you? I've thought about this for a while, looking at your name many a time. It fits with the naming convention of traditional Catholic angels.
I know another angel named Uriel. Similarities.
but
are
it's the only name I can remember.
Well, there's two options then.
there.
Does that mean
You are the fallen angel and that is your name, or you are not, and that is not your name. But Dirge was never my name either, so it's
I mean, it could be. A name is what you call yourself currently. It is
exactly.
the name you have claimed, regardless of what it used to be.
If Zariel was a... Oh, fuck.
For you now. What you're looking at is something in the past that you had no control over as you are now.
If they were a bad person...
You can look at the sins of the place of the people you were part of in the past and separate them from who you are now, knowing that they were the past and you had no control over what it was as you are now.
The Sariel I know, the Riel I know, helps many people and saves many lives. It is a good name to me. That's what matters the most.
Right.
After all.
You know, there is one thing I could check. I could see if there's a way for me to see souls, but I have no idea if it works or not.
Don't you already get headaches from seeing so much?
Yes. Well, this isn't seen. There's another part of the soul. Faust. It's about awareness. I don't know if it's possible to use it to see a soul. I've seen weird spiritual stuff before. It's not exactly pleasant. You see things that some people aren't meant to see. Well, it would make sense that you use something that taps into the soul. Now, the only problem is, your soul, we have an idea of what it looks like, and with lettering. Your soul may be not your average soul, given your background.
Yeah.
I'd have
fair.
to look at my own.
Wait.
I-
People have
The bells?
described my
Arcane energy or my...
ether. Two people individually and both described the same thing. A beacon of white with a single dark spot.
Oh no. Liv!
Oh.
Sheesh. Are you back?
For some reason, I don't know why, even though I think I need to just reconnect myself to this plane of existence, and that might fix it. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Listen,
Wait a moment. Use the rest
Oh!
exactly. What?
Alright, let's see if this fixes it. Because, like, my stream's perfectly fine, right? My stream has not dipped in quality whatsoever. Yeah, there we are. Okay. So, no, I'm 400 ping. I should be 200, but oh well.
For
Right.
the angel, what's the significance of this shrine? The person who was there?
Right.
I
You
kind of don't know, because all I saw was...
You'd imagine an angel's soul would be powerful enough and pure enough. What would the significance of one person that they came across be? Unless that person did something. I don't know if your memories have
So-
any answers to that, but...
When I saw them, before they killed me, there was something I was supposed to be doing. I grabbed water and I splashed it on, I don't know, totems? I was trying to protect souls, like spirits. I was trying to get them away from many fallen. They were coming.
It's possible that whatever you did then, if it involves spirits, souls, etc., something about whatever you did, whatever ritual, whatever practice, could have interacted with the souls of the people involved. I'm only speculating, but what my point was, it's more likely that you're the other person who got influenced by the angel than an angel influenced by the person. Because unless this was a super powerful priest, which It might have been.
Whoever said you were
They
the...
cut me in half.
They
I don't
cut...
think I was
So those are...
You're more likely to be someone influenced by an angel than an angel influenced by that person.
Hold on a
Unless
second.
the spirits at play did something.
Hold on.
What if... So, right. You're a priestess and you got attacked by an angel. Why are we thinking
that's
that the
what
angel
it
that
looked
attacked you
like.
was the same angel that got smacked down from heaven? Did it feel like you were the same angel?
Oh, the halberd.
The halberd. The halberd?
They
Halberd?
cut me in half with one, and they fell with the same thing in their hand, I think.
Alright, then that goes my theory.
Either they were cast down for striking you down, or they were cast down and then later on struck you down.
Everything was out of order. All the
That's
memories,
okay.
they weren't in a line.
This is confusing.
Yes,
Quite
but
interesting.
Very
It does-
interesting, yes.
I don't know. Maybe it's answering questions, but making me ask more questions.
That's what the process of figuring things out is.
Sorry,
You find answers to one question, but it opens up your path to the next.
Sorry, I just realized me and Marge, we're like, what'd be the word? We're not really treating this like this is real tragic, emotional thing. We're treating this like a puzzle. We're obsessing over this. We should probably show a bit more respect.
It's both. I apologize. This is my attempt at respecting it because I'm
You-
taking it seriously
you
by thinking about it.
Haven't done anything wrong.
No.
I think
trying to figure things.
Theologies and the general deities and cults is something I've been interested in for quite a while. To know that you're associated with that as well, and it's something to tie with your past, just got me very, very interested.
and souls,
Okay.
I guess, are something of a study of mine. So
Mm.
I guess we're the right people to try and figure this out. I think we can speculate all we want. However, I think our next
Better
steps
read
to
up
getting
on
actual
pagan
answers is
stuff
one,
now.
finding out if the writing on the soul is normal or not, which I can try and see if I can use Frost myself to see a soul, which I've never thought of doing, but it's worth a shot. And
I mean,
trying to locate that shrine. If
we
we
might
find
want-
that shrine, it's possible that if there's a history,
well, if we're doing that, I would recommend we might want to bring a couple more people along so you can look at their souls. Ask people involved if they don't mind their
Well,
souls being looked at.
we might as well just try it now and see if it even works. 'Cause I'm not going to get a bunch of people together only for something to not work.
Well, here's the thing, right?
I
There's
can even
the free souls you can
see
look
souls at all.
might not be typical. Your own?
yes, but if I manage to
Mine?
if I manage to see anything,
Oh, I get it now. Yes.
then that's impressive.
All right. Go on.
He's really he's
He's having a hard time. I get what you're saying. And
like trying it now just to see if it even works. Because if I don't see anything, if it's just kind of like oh, nothing there, then we know I can't do it. But if it works, then I know it's possible. I might as well give it a shot.
I mean, we already did this. Why not try something else? Maybe it'll answer your question because there's just a lot of questions now. I'm very confused.
That's okay. We will find the answers. After all, I am a scientist. If anything, I'm used to the constant back and forth. Alright, Zankia?
Yeah.
Marge is going to try to tap into her Faust and see if she's able to visually see souls.
How are you doing this?
Similar to the Wist, she's going to envision a time where she became very aware of something she saw. The first time she saw into other planes. I believe one of the times that's most significant that comes to mind is the time that she got a rune engraved in the back of her skull, and she saw basically the walls melting. Basically, the world around her was melding into other planes for a good while. So visually, she saw some crazy other stuff. There's also the time that she got out of the Warrens and saw people's ethereal forms as well. So has both memories, be times she witnessed things for the first time that were other truths, other worlds that were on top of our own. And then once the thread is tightly there, she's going to try and become, I guess, aware of the souls. So it's less sight and more, I guess, sensing.
Fast
see if it
is
works or
about
not.
sight, about perception, about seeing. This will be difficult. Tap the dice.
Just tap it. Oh,
And when you're
do I?
ready, tap again. Unfortunate. As you close your eyes and wrap this thread around your arm, you try and drag yourself towards sight, towards seeing, towards light. Yet there is no light, not with your eyes closed.
Nothing.
You tried?
I think I tried. I felt it start, but it didn't actually work for what I wanted it to. I don't know if I'm missing a part or what.
Thank you.
If we need to, we can. D might be an answer to this. D is someone that works with souls. And they're
Okay.
significantly nicer than other fiends. So they might be an answer
Ah.
to the lettering.
Okay.
Have you met them before?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, I'll make
Ever
introductions
since there was this fella that tricked me into something, I've kind of tried to
then.
stay
It didn't
away
happen
from
to be
most
a
of
lust
them.
devil, was it?
I didn't ask.
What do you look like?
Tall. He's got horns and a tail. White hair.
Purple eyes.
Is half his
Purple
face like
eye.
all like? Oh, what's it, Shilty? He's covered
Think
in like
that's
half red
his
and black
name?
stuff. Talks like he knows everything. Smug
He's
bastard.
kind of got that smarmy, like,
Yeah, no, I know him. He's one. Yeah, no, I get you. You know,
yeah.
I've worked with him before. You know, he's a. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
try not to talk to a lot of them now. I simply asked him a question, and apparently that was a bad idea.
Devils can try and twist anything into you making a deal with them. But anyway,
Apparently.
D is a dreamin. I don't think they themselves as an entity works with souls, but their work and the Dream Tree Cafe. No, that's not it. The Lost Acres, that's it. That deals with souls. They know also an entity that works with souls, so they may be able to, at the very least, direct you in a much kinder way to find out if writing on a soul is normal or not. As I myself have never seen a soul. I don't even know what my own looks like. Maybe
I
one
know
day
what
I'll
a
figure
scan
out
of one looks like. That's pretty much it. And I've never seen, like... I've only seen, like, the one. Because I don't work with that person anymore.
Well,
So
as for
we have a direction to go, I guess.
Yep, and then we look for temples, altars, on a lake. If we had a scale of time, that'd make it easy, but we'll just have to kind of swing our net wide and see if we pick up on anything, and then once we get, some photos of them or
We can at
histories
least
of them,
just-
if we...
I mean, the UK seems like a general idea just to look, so that narrows it down quite a bit.
Yeah, that's a whole country.
It's not a big one, though.
So I don't.
Comparatively.
Okay, how do I explain this? When I woke up, like me, like the first thing I actually remember, it was near Arcala.
Never been.
I've only been there a handful of times, but from what I was told, it was like another one of the nexus points. Like if you think of it, you can be there, or some such nonsense. It's not really connected to other things? Question mark? I don't know.
We'll see what we can dig up. I have no idea. We're pretty much just taking a swing in the dark. It's possible that this temple has
We
no
swing in the
actual
dark,
record. It'd be old enough that it has no paper trail we can follow. In which
Right.
case, we're just SOL. But it's worth a shot. Not to mention the techies love having funny projects like this.
Oh, they were
Google
ecstatic
image.
when they could try and use, like, scanning software to figure out all the stuff that I've been through. If you want, I can...
I like your
Basically, we
outfit.
tell them we need
Thank you. Someone
Gaelic
brought
temples
for
on a
me.
lake, and they start going crazy on Google Maps.
That's very nice.
But if you want,
The
I can...
scavenger hunt for them. It's like a game. They try and outdo each other, see who can find it first. It's quite entertaining, actually. They go through a
Fun?
lot of
Question
energy
mark?
drinks, though.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna emotionally and mentally process everything we've just done today.
We could go see D. Think the Lost Acres open very soon. But if you're wanting time to emotionally process, I think going to the ICCA might be a better idea then. Or just home.
I just need to go get
Yeah.
a snack.
That's fine.
And I have other stuff I'm doing. too.
Sure. Thank you very much, Marge, for helping me. I wouldn't have gotten that far
You can't swim.
without you. I don't know. I don't know.
It's okay. I'm bad at swimming now either. I'm dense because of this stuff covering my body. So I used to be able to swim. Now I'm just much
I probably
more
won't swim
heavy
very
and
well
very
right now,
unbuoyant
for obvious reasons.
I sink really well.
Sinking could be a talent, but a bad one.
I think a lot, I sink a lot, you know?
Yeah, please don't. Please don't swim with this while it's healing. You don't need bacteria getting into that. Okay, I'm gonna have a smoke. I'll be back
And
soon,
I
and
need
then
to go
we
to work.
can go to the ICCA or something.
Alright.
I have
Catch you later.
a story for you, Marge, a ridiculous one. So, you know the thing earlier about Riot?
Yeah, I saw that in comms and went, oh, that's weird.
Yeah, so here's what occurred. So, I snuck in to her apartment to make sure there wasn't any cultists there waiting, right? Because I had a suspicion that she was trying to be recruited in the same way that Finnegan was. Do you know what happened to Finnegan?
Mm-hmm.
Person with a lot of chrome, clearly very resilient to cyberpsychosis. Easy for them to break, turn into the perfect killing machine with all the augments, but they won't go so crazy they can't take orders or understand stuff. Basically grab people who are naturally proposed to violence and also high resilience to cybernetics. So, there was someone else there. I thought it was a cultist. I thought it was a slaughterer even, from the footsteps, the rattling of the equipment. Thought it, So I heard a lot of ammunition. It sounded like someone had a big heavy gun. They did. It was Winterhide. Turns out Winterhide had been sent by her to go check up on her apartment. The same time I snuck
same
into
idea.
2 people, same idea. Then, when I didn't respond on the comms after saying there's someone here, Bucky came. And he was already there by the time I realized he'd sent the message. So it was me, Bucky, and Winterhide in someone else's apartment. And best what? She has security cameras with speakers. And because she's a cyborg, she was connected to them. So she was there in spirit, watching and stuff from the hospital bed. Then she got discharged and drove here. We all said goodbye to her. I also asked her a few questions about all the stuff and basically practically confirmed my hypothesis that they attacked her and that stage and that concert specifically because they wanted to recruit her to make her a wraith. I also realized that not all the Valentis know that too much about the ball cult, so I posted my documents on the ball cult. Shh, yeah, I'm Phantasm. Don't. Please don't tell everyone. It's my code name. And don't make fun of me for having an edgy code name, please. I thought it was cool.
He called Geneva because I wielded a sword called a war crime. Why would I make fun of you?
Fair enough. I just like the name. It's cool. Phantasm. Like Ghost, because I'm a stealth expert.
Yeah. Well,
Wait.
we really need to knock these cultists down on a few pegs.
Well, from the looks
Make
of
their
it,
balls
they've
shrink a
caused
bit.
a bit of stir on social media by attacking a popular artist, so it appears that there's going to be more people who really want to kill cultists right now. That's not going to stop them, though. That's just throwing more people at the problem. There's already plenty of people being thrown at this problem, but it's not targeted, it's just mindless
Well,
slaughter.
we're working on stopping the big problem. It's just, making it so the cultists don't become too big of a problem in the meantime.
Yes.
If
Speaking of
anything,
which,
hitting
that's
some of
what-
their main bases where they get all the heavy equipment would be nice. At the very least, weaken them a little bit.
I do wonder.
We need to find out where those places are first, though.
Exactly. Industrial's far too big and far too dangerous to figure that out. Though I suppose I might be able to find something when...
Were you smoking in our bathroom?
Yes. People yell at me when I smoke, so I keep myself out of sight when I do it.
Oh, I just expected you to go outside. I thought you were had to use the restroom before you went to smoke. Okay. Fair
I
enough.
would yell at her for smoking. I don't like smoking.
Well, yes, but I just expected her to go outside to smoke, not in our bathroom.
I don't want to
Anyway,
be out in the rain.
The last time I was outside of this place, I got shot at.
Fair enough. Well,
We were just speaking about them as well.
yeah. We need to locate what we can hit to make the bull cultists a little weaker. Once we do, hopefully that will slow some of their ballsiness. Pun not intended, but it's kind of funny. But I have work to do because I'm also trying to do complex ritual bullshit and manage things. So, I'll leave you two to recover. Get something tasty.
All right.
Give yourself time to process. You might find
Yes.
that more
The
clarity
kitchen's
comes to
still
you with
ruined, by the
just
way.
time and thinking on it.
I can see that.
Also, sometimes dreams connect with the soul more than you think. So you might find answers in
That
too,
sounds
but,
awful.
Ada did
It
do...
can be, but you never know.
Ada did a good job
What
putting
is
the
with
book-
us both having horrible, bad dreams? Ah, yes, he did.
Horrible bad dreams due to our theologically related pasts that we have no memories of.
Yep.
Some would call it destiny. Or fate. Some would call it a coincidence, but... There is no such thing.
Yeah, some people call you big naturals. I think. I think we can be alright without worrying about what other people say.
Anyway, you want to just go grab a burger?
Yes. Yes, I do. Come on. Let's go get food.
Well, guess
And,
what? We get to
not
leave in your
worry about
favorite
this.
way.
Oh, fun.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
You ready?
I'm ready.
That's how long you get bike ride, sorry.
Fun. Oh my
You know, I
gosh.
didn't want to say. I kept on thinking, well, the name's Sariel, so like, that sounds like an angel's name to me, but I don't like want to point that out for like the. Because like, oh, no one's guessed what Riel's backstory is. I'm like, but the name's like Sariel. That's like an angel's name. That's very clearly and plainly an angel's name. So, but I like from the sounds of it, someone must have already guessed that, right? No, I forgot. I'm a fucking massive nerd about Evangelion, so I noticed this shit. Because when I was speaking about Zeruel, I wasn't in my mind. I wasn't thinking like any sort of like actual
Oh, poor
depictions of
Bones.
them, anything like that. I was just thinking of a giant fucking floating goddamn octahedron. Because yeah, Evangelion.
You did amazing. That was
Chef's
Peak as
kiss.
usual, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. I'll send you the doc I used for the script just so you have something to refer to. And you can kind of read it over as many times as you like, so you can kind of recall things. Okay?
Perfect.
Real.
Very
But
useful.
yeah, just make sure. Otherwise, it was a pleasure. I really enjoyed getting some creative juices in. You know, I love writing
very
people.
good.
So
It was
yeah.
incredibly good. Thank you so much.
No worries at all. Anyway, okay, I'm probably gonna go hop out. I've got some things to do, unfortunately. But it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for letting me do this for you. I really appreciated it.
I very
But
much
in
appreciate
the meantime, of course, I hope you all have a wonderful night. Okay,
Yep.
it. Good night.
take care. All right.
I don't know what I'm gonna do
Take
now for
care.
20 minutes.
Bye-bye.
I'll figure that out.
Wait,
Kill time,
what's
chat.
20 minutes.
Start of ICCA. Or Lost Acres. Both of them. Alright, I'm gonna pause my stream until then though.